came in. Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Little tired.
Me too. I feel like I could sleep all day today.
I love your. Is that a top or a dress? What
Oh
you're
yeah, it's a
wearing?
dress.
I love
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
It's cute.
Thank you. Thank you. I got it at like TJ Maxx. I love that store. But I live in Florida, so it's really, really hot out. So basically it's like even during the fall, it doesn't really cool down that much. So just as it is.
Do you love shopping?
I do actually. I like shopping, but I don't know. I'm like a homebody. I'm either 0 or 100. Like I I love video games, so I'm usually staying at home playing video games. But I do like to shop here and there. I'm trying to like gradually redo my closet and stuff, and like with acting, a lot of times we end up providing our own wardrobe. So, we have to bring our own clothes.
Yeah. Do you want to begin like right away? Yeah.
Um, sure, we can. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Sana?
Um, do you like it if I tell a little bit more about myself and you can do that as well? Because that's also the first thing on my questions list.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, yeah, that works.
So, my name is Summer. So,
Sana.
I'm 27. I live in the Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
I watch verticals now for 2 years, and I've been doing my fan page slash interview page. Is it now more since February of this year? So that's
Oh, amazing.
a little bit about me.
Cool. Well, I'm Ariel. I'm originally from Texas, but I'm mostly Spanish, Mexican, and German. And right now I'm in Florida, and I started acting when I was 9 years old. I always wanted to get into it, and my mom got me into it when we first moved to California, and it kind of just went from there. And it's been a crazy ride. And I've been doing verticals since I want to say I did my first one maybe almost 2 years ago, maybe. Um, and I'm almost 27 too. My birthday's in 2 days. So
Happy early birthday then.
thank you.
I love how you right away answered my next question.
Oh,
Oh no, wait, the question after that one. But my second one was if you could share a little fun fact about yourself.
oh. A fun fact about myself is that I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I like puzzles and things like that, and I always did from when I was little. And I bought like a puzzle cube when I was 9, and now I have a collection. I have like 6 of them, I think, of like different kinds and shapes and stuff like that. And I just learned from like YouTube. And even now, like I love anything involving like puzzles and like strategy and stuff like that.
Do you like that also to do when you're like not busy with acting?
Yeah, with acting, I kind of like using strategy with acting, you mean?
No, like puzzling. How do I say that? You said something about puzzles, right?
Oh, puzzles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with acting, sometimes I see like what parts of myself I can bring to a character. So sometimes I have a character that's supposed to be like a little more strategic or like use her brain a little more, or I like to bring my sense of humor a lot to my characters. So if I can, I will read a script and I will be like, okay, like what part of myself can I bring to it? And I'll do the first choice that comes to mind. And um, and usually it actually works out pretty well because like with verticals, they like us to be crazy, so we can try anything, and I think that's a lot of the fun of it.
Yeah. Um, you said you started acting when you were 9, right? Did you do like classes or something to grow your skills?
So I give all my credit to my journey with acting to my mother because as soon as I found out acting was like a real job and those are real people on the TV, I was like, I want to do that because that genuinely looks so fun. And I was about 4 years old when I first asked my mom about getting into acting. And we were living in Alabama at the time, which is like, it's such a rural part of the US. And my mom was like, girl, we are in Alabama. Like, that is not anywhere close to California. And we eventually moved there for my family's work. And my mom got me into it. And I ended up getting the first audition. I booked it, the first one I went on, and it was a commercial. I started a lot with commercials, and I fell into some modeling as well. But I'm short. I'm only 5'2", so I didn't really do modeling for that long. But I did it while I could. And and then I started doing music videos as well. And I took a little bit of classes later on as an adult just for the fun of it. But I kind of stopped that early on because I felt like the the acting classes I was doing, they were trying to tell me how to act based on how they viewed me. But then when I started acting from how I felt like my choices should be, then it started working better in my favor. And so I, as an adult, that like young adult, that's when I started getting more into like theatrical, like film acting. And I'm just the first person in my family to be in the industry at all. So I've kind of been learning everything myself as I've gone.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Also, if when
What time is it for you since you're in the Netherlands?
8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So good time. uh, how did you learn about the verticals?
So I didn't really know too much about them, but I am the type of actor where I can do non-union and union work. And there was like the big writer's strike, and everyone was on strike. And even though I, as an actor, don't have to go on strike in general, I could not work the same as I would have liked to. And so that's when verticals kind of picked up a lot. And I ended up, my first one was for Reelshort, and I played Nancy. I played a villain, and I had so much fun with it. I liked the bulk of the script and filming so much in one day, and um, it just it just felt like a good opportunity for us to play, and we get to work with some actors multiple times, and we just get such a cool like family dynamic on set. And um, they have definitely been some of my favorite projects I've ever worked on. Like, they're genuinely so much fun, and it's cool to see the final product of it. And usually I end up playing the villain, but it's so much fun.
What was your first thought when you arrived on set? Did you right away knew that it was a vertical?
I didn't know exactly what they were. I kind of did my research. So when after I get like my offers for any project, I usually look up like, who's the producer, what kind of production is this, and I saw it was going to be for Reelshort, and I was like, what is Reelshort? So I looked it up, and I saw, and I was like, this is absolutely genius and so fun. And since I am part Latina, there's, novelas are such a thing of our culture. And now it feels like it's going over to more of just an international market, to where it's like these same novella style pieces but filmed for the cell phone. And so it's so fun to be a part of it. And that's I I just think they're completely taking over, and I think it's just gonna go up from here.
You meant the final boss one, right? With
I did.
yeah. Then I know
It,
what you're talking about. I have seen that one a lot of times.
Move aside, and the final boss was really fun. Um, I really had a lot of fun with my character Hannah Sneeze. I actually empathize with her in a lot of ways, because I was like, she's dating this man for 6 years. He doesn't tell her he's actually a billionaire and all that time. So realistically, he's a little bit of a liar. And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of on Hannah's side a little bit. She wasn't that nice, but I mean, I kind of like understand her in a way. So that's kind of the way I have to think about it. But working with Adam, he and Sarah Jane, they're just like, it was just such a fun energy on set, and we had a lot of dialogue to film certain days, and I love that production halogen too. They just we really had a great time bringing that script to life. And I mean, Adam just killed it. Like, with every like time he would read like the script, he memorizes it like that, and it was just so cool to see. And that was also a funny project for me to film, because like 2 days before I got my hair done, and it was like not, it wasn't done the way I wanted it to be. And so then I was stressing out on set. I was like, oh, my hair is like not the way I wanted it. And but like I just really loved everyone that I worked with, like the hairstylist, everyone. They helped me feel more like myself. So it was good.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're so sweet.
And it will be funny because I think when I announced on my page that we are gonna be talked, then I think Adam is gonna react to it.
Cool.
And Sarah, they both. I talked to Sarah a little while ago.
Oh, cool.
I haven't talked to Adam yet, but it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, he would love that for sure. I love Adam.
Yeah, you're great too. I love your tweet.
Thank you.
And your one with Sydney is also great.
Oh, thanks. But we had a lot of fun on that one. It was that vertical was a little more like, I would say like performance based in a way. We got to play with it and make some different choices a bit more. And one of the funniest parts of it is that not barely, maybe like a month ago, almost exactly a month ago, they had me and David, the actor that plays Jonathan, they had us film another day. And that's when we did the opening scene where we're at like the concert and we get caught. So we added that later on.
Oh,
And we filmed.
was that the reason why um it got launched later?
Uh-huh.
I already thought, why is it gone?
I know, I couldn't wait because I was seeing like the poster for it, and I loved how the poster looked. It looked really cinematic and cool. And we ended up filming that like 2.5 months later. And as soon as I saw the script, I was like, oh, it's like the Coldplay concert. I was like, this is gonna be so much fun. And it was hilarious. We had so much fun filming that. Like, we just got to play around, and it was great. Everyone was really great, like scene partners. Um and it was interesting how, like, because there's a lot of like crying in those scenes, and my character was just absolutely, she's horrible.
Little.
It's just a little. Yeah, but I had like, I think my favorite scene was to film was the Coldplay scene, and then the one where I'm like FaceTiming him and he's
Oh
like
yeah.
being.
Was that at his company, I think?
Yeah, it was at the publishing company that I worked at,
Yeah,
but he's like the lead author of the company. And so she walks in because she's actually the CEO, and I see her, and then like the part where I had to like run and go to the window and peek in, like it was so entertaining. We were all giggling the whole time we were filming that scene. Like it was so fun.
that was funny to watch too. Um, how do you prepare for roles?
So lately when I've been booking these verticals, I they don't in the vertical industry, it's well known, they don't give us much time to prepare. So, like, we will be lucky if we get the script like a week in advance, but plenty of times I get the whole script and I find out I booked it like 2 to 4 days in advance. And then we have to memorize and work through the whole script. So, the first thing I do is see, like, okay, what kind of character am I playing? Am I going to be a lead or am I going to be a villain? And then I see how many lines I have, and I have to get my script printed out, and I like to highlight my scripts and mark them up and everything. And um a lot of times, as actors, we memorize what we're going to say for the day, like what scenes. We memorize it the morning of or the night before. So we take things in chunks. And so for me, the biggest thing is that I work on kind of the flow of the scenes we're going to do and work on memorizing it. So then on set, I can work on the performance and and see how everyone works together. And that kind of dictates how I like what kind of choices I make as an actor, because a lot of times we meet each other for the first time, and then they're like, okay, now they're falling in love in the end, and you're gonna slap them, and you're crying, and
Yeah. Do you have any specific things you do when you arrive on set?
So I usually come with my hair and makeup done because usually they don't give us any time to really get ready. Um, and they usually have so many people to prepare for. So I'll talk to the makeup artist and I'm like, hey, I could do my own makeup, or I could come with like a base on and we could work from there. And usually they're like, okay, thank you. I want to run it by them beforehand. And I always have a set bag, and I will bring like whatever treats and stuff in my bag, and um, I'll have like a coffee or a matcha on set. I usually do matcha, so I'll like me and Sydney, we were getting a matcha like every day while filming When Wife Won't Forgive.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we were getting one like every day, and on our lunch breaks, even like if we kind of felt our energy crashing a little bit, we would go grab a quick drink. Um and so to while we're filming, I try to eat healthy, but I'm also trying to be like, all right, I need to remember to drink water, I need to remember to like eat like some healthy snacks and stuff like that before filming, and it just helps my mental clarity. So in my like set bag I bring to prepare, I'm like, I always bring my makeup, whatever clothes, things I could need, any emergency items, and that's it.
Yeah, that. Mm. What is one of your most memorable moments on a vertical set?
Oh gosh, okay, let's see. Well, we've had some funny moments, honestly. Um, probably the most well, probably the most memorable as of recent was probably the fake, like the Coldplay concert, because that was really entertaining. Um, like that was a lot of fun. I would say the move aside on the final boss was really really great, and it felt like the shoot felt longer than it ended up being, because we just kind of really lived at the moment, and we had so much fun with each other. We were kind of like sad when it was done. And I would actually the most memorable I would say is probably the first vertical I ever did, because that one was called, what was it called? It was like Married at First Sight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that one I remember that was my first villain role. I had so much fun
That,
with Nancy. Was crazy. I kidnapped my grandpa. I poisoned him. I tried to kill what's the actor's name? Autumn. I tried to kill Autumn,
yeah.
and
Then I
um,
have the good show in my head.
so that one I just like I got to do a little bit of everything at once, um, and actually the I would say the most specific memory on set ever, because now it's like now I'm really thinking about it, was when we were filming the Fame game, or like the Hollywood Heartthrob.
Yeah.
The most memorable day was probably the last day of filming, and it was about 2 or 3 a.m. and we had already been working probably around 12 hours or over 12 hours. And I could see the girls in the corner of my eye like filming and making videos and stuff like that. But then I had the camera and I had to say like a whole like, monologue. Like it was like 3 pages of just me talking. And I remember being like, okay, like we don't have that much time. I need to get this going and get it good. And while we were waiting for them to film up, the director, Julia, she started playing some music, kind of like, I forgot what song it was, but it was kind of like a disco kind of music. And for a bit, we took a couple minutes and we all just danced. And then, like, there's just the view of like LA and everything. And we were just like, and it was just like such a fun, freeing moment because it's like 2 a.m. We're all tired, but we're all glammed up in all these like nice, fancy dresses and everything. And it just felt like really freeing and fun. So that's probably like that's my one favorite. That's like the one of the best memories I've ever had on a vertical, like or filming in general, like with my whole acting career. Like that was so fun.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. That is the one that recently came out, right?
Yeah, that one was with Vincent and we did a video game too that's on Steam, and that one's kind of like an Atome game, and uh, it it was it was crazy to film because the video game script was like 250 pages and the regular script was like 90, I think, if I remember correctly, or 40. It was some, I forgot how long it was, but um, it we had such a fun dynamic with all the girls, like and Vincent, like everyone was just so great, and we were really sad when we wrapped shooting because we shot the game and that vertical for almost a month, and I've never worked on a vertical set that shot so long because they usually shoot in like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
But it's a month being with these same people every day, and we got along so great. So we were kind of sad to wrap that one up.
Yeah, I get that. A month is, I think, the longest that I have heard so far.
It was long, and we were shooting, to get both those scripts done. We were shooting a lot in one day, and we all had to talk a lot. It was the most wordy project I've ever worked on, and so kind of put a lot of pressure on us as the actors. And but it was like it was that one was like a boot camp, like because after that, working on any other project, I'm like, oh, I can handle this. Like I got this because that one was it was a lot, and I really liked working with the Salty TV app. They were great, and I liked how the vertical came out.
Yeah,
It was cute.
it's
I like it.
really, 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 really good.
Thank you.
I've seen a lot of yours, I think. Yeah, married,
Oh, cool.
married at first sight, the final boss one, the one with Vanessa you're just talking about, and the one with Sydney.
Oh, yeah. Which one was your favorite?
Ooh. I think your newest.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The one with Vanessa,
yeah,
or the one with Sydney? Oh,
the
cool.
one with Vanessa, I think.
Thank you. That's really flattering because you know, usually I get cast as a villain because they see like, okay, they're like brunette, kind of
Yeah,
ambiguous looking. They're like, okay, we like them as a villain, usually, and I've done a few leads, and that one, yeah, that one was really fun. So thank you.
you're welcome. More leads for you, I say.
It would be cool. It would be cool. I have one on Candy Jar that's gonna come out kind of soon, and that one I'm a lead in. I'm really excited for that one.
I'm gonna keep a I'm gonna keep a lookout for it then.
Thank you.
What is your dream role?
Ooh. So I love video games. I've always loved video games and stuff like that since I was little. And I played a lot of stuff like The Last of Us, and I watched the show for that one. And I played I like horror games or kind of spooky stuff. And I would say you know, that last Alien movie was really good. I liked that. I like Tomb Raider. I like Lara Croft. Um, and I just like fantasy stuff. So and I like to read as well. I like to read some the romance fantasy books. I think those are so good. So if I was to even if it was a vertical or a movie series or a TV series that's fantasy based, I want to hold a sword or I want to be like Lara Croft and fight people. That would be so much fun. And yeah, that would be a dream role for me. It would be just a world that's just completely different from our own, and I just get to have fun with that. I think that's I've literally had actual dreams about that. So I would have to say that's my dream. Those are my kind of dream roles because sometimes I'll sleep and wake up and I just had a dream. I was in a TV show and I had a sword and I was riding a dragon, and that would be great.
And
So
there are not a lot of shows like that.
no, there's not. And it's I liked Game of Thrones. I love that show.
Yeah.
And I just there's not that many things like that right now, and I think that would be so much fun to do. It would really be great. I know they're going to do a Tomb Raider show, but I I think characters like that for really really powerful women where they can fight and be cool and stuff. I think characters like that haven't really been done as much. Verticals do it. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm the Alpha Luna" and stuff like that. But I think to do real shows and movies with that almost 2000s dystopian movie feel, like Hunger Games or something. Those are
Yeah.
I like that kind of genre. Those are my personal favorites. So I would have to say that would be a dream for me.
Yeah, I get that. If before I go to the next one, there's something you want to know about me.
Yeah. When did you first start watching Verticals?
In 2023.
Oh, cool.
That's
Do you have?
what did you want to say? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. I was gonna be is there a favorite app you have? Do you have a favorite vertical app, or do you just kind of like them for their different feel?
When I started, it was for a long time Reelshort,
Oh, okay.
but not anymore. It's now my favorite one is Figlu.
Fidilo?
Figlu.
Oh. Oh.
And but I think on every app
Oh, cool.
shows. Mostly when I see one of my favorites in a show announcement, then I keep looking out for it.
Oh, nice. I think I'm what? Because I've done Real Short, Good Short, Pocket FM, Salty TV, and Candy Jar, slash Galatea, and I think that's been it. I think I've done some others. I've done a couple others Shorts TV or something too. But
The drama books, drama wave, drama
that
wave,
one I haven't done yet.
and Figlu also not.
No.
No.
No. You know, I think a lot and even like there's a couple verticals I might do soon, and those are different apps that I haven't really worked on yet. But we'll see what happens. That's the cool thing with working in verticals is you never know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have do you watch when a show of yourself comes out?
Oh, I watch some of them. Sometimes it feels so weird to see myself. But because I think a lot of actors have this problem where they can be like very critical of themselves, and I think I can tend to do that. And so, because we're picking out like, it could be our performance, how we look, whatever, like however we play the character, we can be picky about things. So but I will watch it. I will watch them, and a lot of times I'll see them over, and I'm like, okay, that was fun, but it's still like weird to see yourself, I think. And I like to watch the verticals. They're the ones in Mandarin. I like the ones that are like, I died and I was
Oh, yeah.
reincarnated, and I love those kind of ones. And I like enemies to lovers trope. I think that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. Mm, what do you like to do in your free time? Like personally?
So I've been working on my health a lot because I have PCOS. So I'll get like I have like insulin resistance basically, so I have to be really picky with like what I eat and stuff. Otherwise, I'll just feel tired all the time, and I just feel like my body doesn't work right, and it's really frustrating. So I've been working out like pretty. I'll take a class every day, and I'll do like Pilates or Legree or something, and I feel like it's been kind of therapeutic. Like, it feels like nice to move my body and stuff. I like to go on walks, or I like to run because I used to do cross country when I was younger. I like dancing too. I did a lot of dance classes and stuff like that. And and then when I'm at home, I either like to cook. I love cooking. I like to like bake and make fun stuff, and I like to cook Mexican food. I'm a little biased, but I think Mexican food is some of my favorite. And but then I'll do like German drinks and things like that. I love German honey
Oh, yeah.
and German chocolate. I think it's some of my favorite. And then I play video games. I'm in a Discord channel with over 40,000 women, and we play video games together.
Mm.
And we'll do like Fortnite and like Minecraft. And it's I met some such cool girls on there, and it's really cool to make friends online.
I love that. Like a little, no, not a little, a big uh, group of women.
Yeah, it's like a fun escape, and it feels like such a safe space, and it's fun to talk with other women like that. And yeah, I've met some really cool people on there, and like my sister, I'm really close to my sister, so my little sister, she got me into it. And oh, funny enough, she's the party guest that's wearing the purple dress and the When Wife Won't Forgive.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When we're in the banquet scene, is the girl in the purple dress talking like that's my sister. And I forgot she was in it, and then I saw the clip back, and I was like, oh yeah, and there she is.
I think you already kind of answered the next one. But that is, which of your characters did you feel most connected with and why?
Ooh. So, on a personal level, I don't really feel connected to my villain characters, though I have a lot of fun with them. Like, I feel connected in the sense I can be crazy and funny and do what I want, and it just works. But on a personal level, I probably relate it hasn't come out yet, but I actually relate to the lead on the candy jar vertical I did because she's cool and hardworking, and she has like a good head on her shoulders. I like how she's a little sassy because sometimes, like the main character, they're kind of like sometimes I feel like they're a little too nice. I'm like, fight back a little
Yeah.
bit, stand up for yourself, you know. And in this last vertical, she's a little sassy,
Ooh.
so I think I related to that. I thought that was really cool because sometimes like even with Parker and like Hollywood Heartthrob, I would be like, he is flirting and he slept with Scarlett. You know, I'm like, if you like this guy and he's your best friend, I'm like, personally, it would be a little bit of too much red flags for me.
Yeah. Same. I
Yeah. And I did Insta Empire on Pocket FM, and that one I was lead in that one. Her name was Lily, and she was very career driven and things like that. I related to her a lot, but I feel like sometimes she was too nice. Because you can be nice, but you can still like
yeah.
stand up for yourself, you know. So I think she could have probably done that a little more. But I relate to them in different ways. If it was like Hannah Sneeze, I'm like youngest Nobel Prize winner, Hannah Sneeze. She was too mean a lot of times, but I'm like at the same time, I kind of understand her for being frustrated because he lied about being a billionaire the whole time. That's like a lot. 6 years, that's a long time for your man to lie to you about such a big thing.
Yeah. If I were her, then I would left like way sooner.
Right? Yeah, because I'm like, from an outward perspective, if you're working that hard to be a Nobel Prize winner and write books and be a doctor and all this stuff, and because like realistically at that point you didn't really know your partner like you thought you did, and I think that's a big betrayal for me is lying. I hate
Yeah.
lying.
Same.
Like I cannot stand lying. So if I was dating Kingsley and he was like, hey, if Kingsley was just honest, maybe Hannah wouldn't have turned into the villain. Who knows?
Maybe. Ooh.
No, I would have been really icky still, but
I think I'm gonna make a joke now. I think when Adam sees this, he is going to react on this part.
I was telling them on set. I was like, Adam, I don't understand why Kingsley was not that honest because the whole time Kingsley is like, well, I'm like, I have a secret benefactor behind the scenes supporting me, and then Kingsley's like, well, you don't know, maybe I'm the king, and then everyone's like, and then he's never honest, like, and he's basically just making jokes the whole time that he's rich, It's just like it was so funny to see because I mean, imagine you're dating someone that doesn't. I guess he went to the military, but just that's cool. But he was still making jokes. He was like the whole time. He's like, well, maybe I do have the money. I have it right here. Maybe I do have it. Maybe I don't. And it's just honesty goes a really long way.
I'm gonna make another joke. Is that your Adam? How do I say that? Your Adam impression?
Oh, a little bit. A little bit, because he's very he's very good at being like formal, and he has like a good power to his voice, and I think he plays a CEO so well because his
Yeah.
voice is naturally very commanding. I don't think I can naturally be that commanding, but he did an excellent job with his character. He did so good with it. My favorite part is when we have the invitations
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, I have the gold ticket, and we're like, that was my favorite part.
Yeah, mine too. The next year, or that was if you could step into any show or movie that's not a vertical, which one? But you already.
Ooh, Harry Potter. I literally have a wand that I can
Really?
go to the parks and be like, and I, I think I might be filming another vertical, but if I don't, I'm going to have a Harry Potter themed birthday party, and I'm going to dress up as Voldemort. So I have the game Hogwarts Legacy because that way I can make my own character and like be in the world. So I would be in the Harry Potter Wizarding World universe, and I would have a wand, and I would just be, and I feel like I'll be really good at being a witch.
Yeah.
So that's like hands down, that would be it. What about you?
The Vampire Diaries.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I really, really, really love it. Or the originals.
Oh, I auditioned for originals like 3 times, and they didn't want me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think I was too. I was younger though, cause like when it came out, so I might have been like a tad little. Like I think if I auditioned for it now, I think it would have been better. You know.
How old were you when you did that?
I was probably. I think I looked too young. I was because like I was probably maybe 18 or something. I don't know. And I think like even now with a lot of acting, like if for theatrical like acting, like movies and TV shows and stuff, the oldest I've ever booked has been like college age. So I think now would have been good for me if for those kind of projects because when I was acting around then, I did I looked young but not like CW high school because like CW high school is different than real high school.
You could have played the daughter.
It would have been so much fun. It would have been I would love to be vampire,
Yeah.
hybrid, anything. Like that would be a dream too. Doing a show like that like for that many seasons and stuff, that would just be insane.
Yeah, it was 8. The Vampire Diaries 8, the originals 5, I think. And the other
Yeah.
one also 5. No,
Oh, wow.
no 4. Sorry, I'm a big
Yeah.
fan, as you can probably know.
I love the show. Do you like Stefan or Damon?
Damon.
Same. Same.
And have you seen the originals?
I've seen some clips of it. It looked really good. I've seen more of like Vampire Diaries, but no, the originals look really good too.
Yeah. To be honest, storyline wise, I like the originals the best.
Really? Oh, cool.
This
That's
is more
interesting. Yeah.
like a big story. How do I say that? That goes on for 5 seasons. In the Vampire Diaries, I think you have multiple storylines.
Oh, true. Uh-huh.
And I like that the originals was really based on family and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would like to do a vampire vertical eventually. That would be cool. I've done a couple of, no, I've done one. No, I've done 2 werewolf ones, but I didn't get to have fangs or growl or anything. I just got to see people growl. I got to see them growl, but I didn't get to growl or howl. I would do it all. I mean, like,
New one, your is the Luna.
yeah, I've never been the Luna. Never been the Luna. I've
Or
been the jealous werewolf one, being like, "You can't marry him. She can't be the Luna. She doesn't qualify." That's what I've done.
what do you think people underestimate about the vertical world?
Oh, what do I think people think about vertical?
No, what do you think people underestimate about the vertical industry?
They underestimate that this is the new world of novelas, and I think people want to make fun of them and stuff like that. People don't understand the acting style and the type of film that is verticals. They are very Wattpad, and the acting style is very novela. So it's more dramatic or comedic or crazy. It's more like it takes more of like almost inspiration from like how theater acting is. So sometimes people will see these things, and I saw this girl did a review on my when I played Hannah. She's like, her acting's so bad, it's good. I'm like, look, I can be natural if you want, but the acting for verticals is different. They're and we have to appreciate that. We appreciate them for what they are because it's just a different style of film, and I think that I personally like them. They grab my attention. I love the craziness.
Yeah.
I love the craziness of them. And
Me too.
and as an actor, it's like we have so much fun doing them. So yeah, I think people underestimate them a lot.
Now,
I think someone went to my door.
yeah. Then
But
a lot of
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat your question?
then a lot of dogs bark when you arrive at their boss door.
I know I have two, and they're so extra sometimes. Otherwise, they're so lazy. They don't do anything.
What type of dog do you have? Dogs.
I have a mini schnauzer. That's the one that's still barking. And then I have an Australian Shepherd, and he's over there. He has a lot of hair. He's so funny. He's all hair.
But my question was, if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
Ooh, if I could give like my younger self advice, I would say to, as an actor, it's like when I started acting, I was learning everything as I went, and it was very, I learned a lot of things as I went through my journey with it. But I think that if I could tell myself something, I would say to just be confident in your choices as an actor, your journey as an actor, and how you look as an actor. Because it's like and even if you get a rejection but you get kind of close to booking something big, that's like I had to turn that into being like, oh my gosh, it's so devastating I didn't get that, even though I was so close. I had to turn it into something like being more positive with it and be like, you know what, I got close.
Yeah.
I got up with all these other people and I got really close. And it's it can be something so simple as to why you don't get a role. And so it's like being comfortable but almost confident in the rejection, because it's like, all right, I'm getting considered next to these other people. A lot of times when I audition, I'm going against people of all ethnicities. So, because I'll do strictly Hispanic or something. So it just depends, So it's just like having the confidence as an actor, be like, no, like I'm meant to be here. This is my spot here, and this is my journey as an actor. So I'm trusting that I'm meant to go like where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
And I don't know the plans that are made for me. I don't know what future projects I'm meant for. I don't know what auditions I'm going to get in the future. I don't know who I'm going to meet. And that's kind of, I just have to trust that everything works out the way it's meant to.
I'm gonna say one more thing. You are meant to be here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know. I can probably honestly. And it was her birthday, like 2 days ago. Now sit like normal. Sit like normal.
It's birthday month.
This is very. Yeah, our birthdays are 4 days apart, so that's why we're meant to be together.
Oh.
And I got her off Craigslist. But yes, now she's on my lap.
What is something you hope to see more in the vertical world?
Ooh, I hope that I hope some verticals will experiment a little more in terms of um like the so I am not considered white enough for a lot of verticals, or they like people to be more blonde and things like that. And I've been hired for verticals in the past where in the subject line they called us the diversity hires. So some apps do cast just all different kinds of people who they feel works. Some people don't as much. They're very specific that they want someone very light colored and blonde and things like that. And I think that's why a lot of like Latina or ambiguous people kind of end up being the villain, which is still fun. I'm very grateful for it. But I think I'm hoping like they'll experiment more with different tropes, different the different looks of people that they cast, because it can be more relatable in that sense. And even like when I watch verticals, I relate to some of them differently, and um, and so I'm hoping they'll experiment more in that sense, um, and I'm excited to see how they have these different storylines as they go on, because a lot of them are very werewolf or billionaire, and they're starting to branch out more. But it'll be nice to really see how it goes over time. I think I really think it's just like such a growing industry, and it's really nice to be. It's very flattering to be included in it as an actor. I feel very blessed.
I think that that's my opinion. I know a lot of people don't work like that, but in my opinion, they should cast people on their capabilities and not on the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
when I look at you, you're so amazing.
Well, thank
You
you.
can. I sometimes laugh when I see you act.
Thank
It's
you.
just
I,
so hilarious how you portray things.
Thank you so much. I was going through some comments on like just different videos I found on TikTok of like move aside the other day, and people were screenshotting my facial expressions and commenting it. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of humbling, um but thank you, and that really means a lot, because we'll do a project sometimes, and I'll get in my car after. I'm like, what did I just do? I'm like, that was like 2 weeks of filming. It felt so fast paced. I'm like, let's see how this final project turns out, and how the pieces fit together, of how I acted out the character, and yeah, I'm excited to see how I'm excited to see the process of how it all goes.
Yeah,
But thank you.
you're welcome. Is this, by the way, your first interview?
Yeah, it is. I'm very flattered that you asked me.
That's so exciting.
I'm so flattered that you asked me, because it's really cool to see how, like, how large the vertical world is, and um, and you generally love them. I love them too, and I think it's just and it just feels like, and it's so fun to talk to you, and you're so nice. You're like a ray of sunshine. You're generally so nice,
Mm,
and it's cool how you're in the Netherlands too, because
yeah,
it's
that's really close to Germany.
it is. I know. I was like, if I visit, I'm gonna hit you up, because I do want to travel more.
Yeah,
I've only been to Germany, but in Mexico once, but I do want to travel.
do that, please. Whenever you're here, just let me know.
Yay!
You can
Sounds
always.
good.
I would love to meet you in person.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
But thank you for what you just said, and I'm very honored that I am your first one.
I'm honored too.
What did you think when I reached out?
Oh, I was excited and I was really curious to see like which vertical kind of like made you want to like reach out to me for an interview. Because I know I had a few come out recently. And I was like, I was wondering which one she liked, or which one like made her think of me. So
The one that I really liked, like first there was the final boss one.
oh, cool.
But when you said you're married at first sight, I was like, oh yeah, she is also my kid.
I know. I like some of them. I think I've changed my hair throughout some of them too. You know,
Mhm.
so I look different in some of the different ones. But yeah, they've all been like a really good time, honestly.
And I was looking for you already earlier because like I said, I loved you in the final boss one, but I could not find you.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm looking for. I really like filming for Reelshort. I think they've had such crazy fun stories, and I'll read it. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I love
Yeah.
it, and I can't wait to to actually like act it out. Um, you know, like the parts with like one wife won't forgive, like when we're hiding from her, the part where like I slip like a thing into his pocket. There's parts where I get dirty mop water spilled on my face.
Okay.
I've had coffee spilled on my face, but whenever I read those things, I'm excited to film them. So,
Um, what is the best career advice you ever got?
ooh, um, so I worked with a director that I really, really admired, and it was when I was filming After We Collided, and Roger Kumble. He's really great. He also directed Cruel Intentions, and I love that movie. And um, he was going through my credits and stuff I've been in, and um, I was in. I don't even remember, like, barely remember filming this. It was like a TV show, and I just did one episode, and I was like supermodel number 3. I was like, whoa, okay. And it's also funny I booked that anyway because I'm short, and and even though it was like literally such a small part in it, he was like, oh, no way, you're in that show. I love that show, and it felt really validating because like everything counts, and I just felt really like appreciated because he didn't like demean me at all for things like that, um and it was just like it was like cool for him to go through like my stuff and see what I've done and ask me about it, and then I asked him, I was telling him about my SAG status because with the Screen Actors Guild there's different ways you can join, and I was on contract to film in Germany, and there they don't have the union is not the same. So I'm a fee paying non-member of SAG, and which means I can do non-union and union work, and that's why I can do verticals because those are non-union. But then like TV shows and movies and stuff is right. So, and he told me that was the best thing I could have done, and I really, really appreciated that advice a lot. And it was really cool to speak with the director I really admired, and for them to be so nice and welcoming and stuff like that. It was really a great experience. Honestly, I really loved everyone on that set.
I think I know what you're gonna say about the next one. What or who inspires you?
Oh, I would say my mom inspires me a lot. My family. I'm very close. I have a mom and a sister, and they both inspire me a lot. And we always boost each other up. And she's my biggest supporter. And like, if she got me into competitive dance when I was little, and I think that helped me a lot with getting into acting. And also my fiance, he inspires me a lot. He's generally so supportive and sweet, and he's been in a lot of. Uh, he's acted in novellas. He's acted all in Spanish, and he used to be in like a Nickelodeon show that's in Spanish as well. And he's generally so supportive, and his whole family is really supportive of the Verticals because they see him as being like novellas, so they love them. And I would just say, like, my family network, they give me a level of love that I really appreciate, and I think it motivates me to have like that level of confidence and support that I need, because it is an industry where you deal with such a lot of it can be a lot of crazy people, it can be a lot of rejection and things like that, but they've all been they've been very, very loving, and I'm really grateful for it a lot.
I love that you have a big support system.
Thank you. I'm grateful for it because
And it's
because
so
in general my
important
families, huh?
that it is so important to have that.
It is for sure, and I didn't always have. Well, I always had my mom and my sister, but I used to not always have the biggest support system. I would almost feel like I had people that put me down more in terms of acting, and so it's really nice to have, like, my mom and my sister have always been supportive, and that's always been amazing. And even when, like, I did go to college, I got my bachelor's in film, and I went to school for business as well. But they supported me with it all, and and I was doing that and acting at the same time, and they're there with me like every step of the way. And and with the verticals and stuff, they love them, and they're so supportive of them too. And it's just been like it's been really great.
Do they watch you?
They do. My mom, she comments on like all of my any clips and stuff she sees. She comments on it all, and she'll send it to our family members and stuff like
Mm.
that. And it's just like, and she has so much fun watching them, and my sister does too. We will laugh about my characters because sometimes they don't know exactly what I filmed until they see it on the screen, and they're like, "This is the best thing ever."
Oh, I love that. What is on your bucket list?
Ooh, my bucket list. So I am getting married in March, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And then um, for my bucket list for acting, I do want to do some more leads. That's kind of on my bucket list for sure. And well, I do have fun with the villains. Like I generally have a lot of fun. I love them, but uh, I do want to try some different tropes. I would like to do. I like the vampire fantasy stuff. There's some where they're like royalty.
Yeah.
I think those would be great. And I would love to do. I've done some supporting roles in like feature film kind of stuff, but I would like to do like more of like an important character that has like that works a little more in the film or a show or something like that. Um, that's kind of like a bucket list item of mine
Yeah.
for sure.
Those are really great, and I know that will happen. Oh.
Thank you.
Um, if you had to describe yourself to somebody, what would you say in 3 words?
In 3 words,
Yeah.
um, I would say um, creative. Um, and I would say that because I have a lot of fun with my acting choices I make, and I'll do some stuff sometimes that's not exactly in the script, but they like it and it works. So I can just yeah, I have a lot of fun with that for sure. I would say I'm pretty driven. I'm very I like working. I love to work. I love to travel, and I like to travel for work because I don't really travel for leisure. And um, I will work. I also work in like marketing, and I do with the acting and stuff. And I like to do everything. So I'm like I want to try to make as much use of my time as I can. So I would say driven, and I would say faithful. Um, I'm Christian, and that's a very big part of my life. And um, I have a lot of faith the in my path as an actor and as someone that works in the industry, and to have that confidence to be like, hey, whatever is meant for me will come for me. Whatever is not meant for me will also pass, and just to have that in the back of my mind. So um, it affects a lot how I kind of like think about like the industry and how I go through it, and like whatever doors are meant to close and whatever doors are meant to open, So I just I just kind of put my faith into it all.
I have 6 more questions.
Okay.
The next one is if you have to recommend a vertical, one with you and one without you, which
Ooh.
one?
Okay. The one with me, um, right now, I would probably say Hollywood Heartthrob. I really love that one. I do like how I got to be the lead in it. I love the casting of everyone. I mean, everyone completely killed it in their roles. Like they really became their character, and it was just so amazing to see the pages come to life. And everyone's just they're amazing to work with. I really loved the dynamic on set, and we still have a group chat and we text each other. And so I would recommend that one. The storyline was so cool and original. I love the storyline. As soon as I got the script and I booked it, I was very excited. And one that I'm not in, there is what is it called? I like the cooking one that Adam's in on Reelshort. What is that one called? It's gonna drive me crazy.
The cooking my way back to love or something.
Something like that. That one's so fun. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Yeah, because I actually know, because like Celine, I've worked with her as well, and I recognize her. She's one of the flight attendants in that one. And then it's so funny to see people I worked with,
Yeah.
and then they on separate projects, and then they end up working together. And I think like, yeah, that one. I actually watch those clips consistently. Like that one really caught my eye. Not even just because I know everyone. Like that one was very entertaining.
Yeah, and there are not a lot of cooking ones too.
The cooking ones are cool. Those would be fun to do as well because I like cooking.
If you were stranded on an abandoned island and only got to take 3 things, which one would you bring?
I would bring probably like a multi-tool. The ones that have like screwdrivers and little knives and all that stuff in it. And probably some kind of like tarp or something. Like catch water, you can use it as shelter.
Yeah.
And probably like a first aid kit. Because I feel like I would accidentally get hurt. I feel like I'm one of those people that's like, oh, I stepped on a rock and now I'm bleeding. Like, I feel like that would happen to me.
Same, girl, same.
I used to get hurt a lot as a kid. I was like one of those. Like, oh, Ariel fell again. Oh, Ariel broke her arm. Oh, Ariel got burns on her hands. Like, I was that kid. So I don't know.
How was it for you when you got your first fan responses?
Ooh, that was really cool. I think I got the most from Moveset and the final boss, and it was just really cool to see that many people liked the character, that they enjoyed me as the villain, and I thought that was really I thought that was really funny and cool, and um and I still get messages about it sometimes, like, oh, like, oh, Dr. Hannah Sneeze, there you are. Hey, where's Kingsley? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, no, it feels really it feels good for like work to be recognized, or for your work in a project to be recognized, good or bad. I appreciate it all. So
If you could have any superpowers, which one?
I would teleport.
Yeah.
I would teleport because I would save so much money on flights. And then I could just go visit my family whenever and wherever. I'm like, oh, my mom's making dinner. Bye. And I'll go eat dinner with my mom, Or, I could teleport to set and back instantly, not even have to commute. I could stay here with my dogs. And, yeah, I would teleport.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
sure. My last, then I have another ending question. But one that I'm not now gonna ask is, what was one of your most challenging scene that you have done?
I know this one. So when I did the Hollywood Heartthrob and the Fame game,
Yeah.
that was a very challenging experience, because we would do, like, I would have monologues of script, and then after you say it, you'd have to like sit there for 20 seconds, look at the camera, like, and then the player would have their response. And I would have to go back my monologue, my lines, depending on what choices the player makes in the game. My character would have different responses. So I'd have to have all these different variations of the lines memorized. And we were very tight on time, so we would be filming it very quickly. So like, even like the last day of filming, we did I had some like final monologues to do before we wrapped, and that was like a lot of pressure, because I'm like, okay, like, people are tired, they want to go home. Like, this is so many lines, and I got it. I got it like pretty much the first try, so that was really cool. And but that was definitely the most challenging, because it was very specific verbiage, and then depending on like what the choice was, the lines would change a little bit. So I would get it, and then they're like, okay, now you're gonna friend zone him, like, so yeah, that was for sure the most challenging. But it was great though. It was very rewarding when it was done, because I was like, I just did that. It's like, nice.
And a very good result. Okay, my ending question. That is, I always end with this one. And it is, if you want to say something to the people who are watching your work, watching our talk right now, or me.
So I want to thank you so much for asking me to do this like interview or like conversation. I really appreciate it, and I've really had a great time speaking with you. And you had great questions too. I really enjoyed it all. And to everyone watching, or have watched any of the verticals, or maybe this is your first time seeing me, who knows? I have so much fun with these verticals. They are completely they've taken over my life, and And if they're taking over your life too,
Yeah.
cool. Because it's just such, it's like I love them. I love them the same as you do. I'm a Wattpad book top girly. Okay, and I love this kind of stuff, and I generally have so much fun with the characters, and I just really appreciate that people are having fun watching them because as an actor, I assure you, we are all having so much fun filming them, and uh, and the behind the scenes dynamic is just we generally have the best time, and as we get to play as actors, we get to make choices together, and this is some definitely like the most memorable moments of my life so far. So thank you. I'm really grateful.
So that were all my questions that I had.
Thank you. It was really great speaking with you and everything.
Yeah, likewise, I really loved meeting you virtually.
I like
And
meeting you too.
but I want to thank you for this conversation. I had so much fun with
Oh, me
you.
too.
And before I forget, do you want to see the talk before I'm gonna post it? Or
Oh, you can probably post it as is. I trust you.
okay, great. That's always the last question that I ask. This, that's so important for me.
No, I really appreciate you asking, and I'm sorry about my dogs barking. I'm like, I don't understand. It's funny because it's like raining outside, so I'm like, what is the deal? What are you
Oh,
saying?
is it also raining with you? With me too?
But I really appreciate it, and yeah, I think it's so cool too that you're in the Netherlands, and I'm glad that we got to do an actual call versus like, which I do like how you gave me the option of just recording for you, because if I was filming or something like in between stuff, then I would have had to film it instead of doing like a call like this.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate having the option, and I liked the link you had to just make like an appointment like that. I think it was very nice to do. So
Oh, thank you for saying that. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, afternoon, I think,
yeah, like afternoon. Yeah,
with
it's
your
evening.
lovely dogs.
Oh, thank you. You too.
And I will let you know when I'm gonna post it.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
So bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.